All right, Bulls fans, here we go. 14U Junior Bulls taking on the Nashville Flyers in SYTHL League play. Bulls coming off a pretty good win over the Huntsville Chargers earlier this evening. Beat the Chargers 3-1. Now, have yet to get a leg up on the Flyers, but we'll see how we do this game. I'm Justin Cole here with Lauren Cole. She'll help us run all the buttons and stuff that required to get this clock going and everything like that. Really appreciate her as she tolerates me doing all this stuff. So here we go. Everybody taking the ice. We're ready for a 3-minute warm up here. Bulls in their white jerseys. We'll start this broadcast like we do all of them by thanking our coaching staff. Appreciate you guys. Head coach Mike Jeffries, assistant coaches Josh Uptain and Jackson Corbin. Starting in net for us in this game, big number 13, Elijah Cole. Big shout out to Liam Duncan as he had a fantastic game. Last game helped us beat the Chargers with some amazing saves. So we'll see how Elijah does in this one. Got about a minute and a half left on this warm up, and we will get underway. And that's going to do it for the warm up. Grabbing the pucks, and then they'll get a quick word from Coach Josh and Coach Mike. My camera is way off. Fix that real quick. That's a little better. Here we go. Coming up for the Bulls, we'll have Shannon Caudle taking the face off. He'll have Reese Douglas and Gus Federley with him. Back on defense, we'll have Parker Allen and Remy Uptain. Big number 13, Elijah Cole, bringing it up behind the pipes. Between the pipes, I guess I should say. Puck is dropped. Flyers win it back to their defense. A little bit wide, but he chases it down. In the defensive zone. Retreats back to the corner. Flyers trying to exit the zone. Remy Uptain trying to keep it alive for the Bulls, but the Flyers jump it, and it's a 2-on-1. Flyers on the rush, take a shot. Elijah Cole watches that one all the way in. Same line. Shannon went and pushed past the defender there, but they ran right into the puck with their skate, and now it's pinned on the far side wall, pokes out. Flyers digging for it. It's going to get back towards Gus, but it jumps off his stick. And the Flyers send it back to their defense. Shot from the blue line, wide of the net. Flyers recover at the wall, take a shot, stick to side by Elijah. Another shot, blocked by Elijah, and he covers. Bulls reeling just a little bit here. Have to get it together. Line change. Coming out for the Bulls, we have Will Federley going to take the face-off. With him, Sasha Dedu and Caleb Doro. Back on defense, Lucas Kohlmeyer, Lucas Bencomo. Gets back to the blue line, shot. Kicked down by Kohlmeyer. Sasha bats this one out of the zone. He's going to send it way down the ice, and that's going to be an icing. No icing. Okay. Picked up by the Flyers. Coming around behind their net. Sasha keeps this one alive for a second, but the Flyers exit the zone here. Pass down low, and they're going to take a shot, but it bounces wide of the net. Big Ben can't get there before the Flyers do behind the net. They take a backhanded pass right in front, kicked out by Kohlmeyer. Shot from the blue line, kind of trickles towards the net. Big Ben sends it against the far side wall. Caleb digging for it, can't get there. Try to center it. He's still shoveling around. Elijah with the kick save and a backhand pass. Nobody cleaned that guy up. They just let him stand there and stick handle, and Flyers go up by one. Jack Cooper for the face-off. He's got Philip Graw and John Hall with him, Jack Hall with him. That should be an icing. It went all the way through everybody. Flyers on the near side wall, skated in tighter. That was Kohlmeyer with the block there over to Philip Graw. Philip's got some space. Philip goes wide looking for Hall. Hall can't get there in time. Flyers going to recover in their own zone. It went high up on the boards, and it took a weird bounce right down low. Picked up by Kohlmeyer. He skates it in tighter. Kohlmeyer takes a weird angle shot. It goes behind the net. Philip Graw, that should have been a high stick. He hit that kid in the head. On the rush now, Flyers split the defense and take a backhanded shot, but it's off the side of the net. Hall in there, taking some hits. Kohlmeyer taps it around, but it's off the skates of a Flyer. Hall decides to go for the check, and pile of bodies there. Kohlmeyer blocked it and shot. Elijah sees that one and gloves it. Line change for the Bulls. We only got 4 men out there. Need one more. We're playing a man down for whatever reason. Oh, we have a penalty. Never mind. I did not see that. Okay, here we go. Shot way over the net. Reese Douglas gets smashed against the boards. This one's going up high, and it's probably going to be an icing. Yeah. Got about 1:03 left on the PK for the Bulls. So they got Hall for roughing. So I did not see the hand go up or anything. Totally missed that one. Puck is dropped. Flyers win it. Bodied off the puck by Remy Uptain. Nice job there. Flyers recover. Wheel. Shot right off of Parker Allen's shin guards. Flyers recover. Cycle the puck in deeper. It's off Remy's skates, and Elijah takes a point-blank shot off the face mask. This one's lofted up and way down the ice by Will, and it'll be an icing, but way to get some breathing room there for a second, Will. Elijah took that one full in the face. And Bulls win this one back to their defenders. And they're going to get the Flyers for an interference call, I think, on that one. So 4 aside for 35 seconds. Will took the face-off shot from Shannon Caudle at the wall, and now here go the Flyers on the rush into Bulls territory. Big Ben gets a stick on it. Big Ben forces his guy into the wall, and they're going to call that a penalty. We're not playing 12U. They are allowed to check, but they're going to get Big Ben for roughing. That is insane. Here we go. Caudle put a stick on that, gets back to Kohlmeyer. He's got a little bit of space, flips it out and down the ice, and we're going to have an icing. No icing. Okay. Flyers on the rush. Still 4 aside. Flyers working this one in tighter. And they're going to get, looks like Parker Allen for something. They are literally calling everything. Anytime a kid falls down, they just need to let him play. This is ridiculous. Parker goes in the box, I think. Oh, excuse me. They put a Flyer in the box. What? This is crazy. All right. Anyway, I don't know what to think about this. I thought that was called on Parker, and anyway, everybody up here in the stands is kind of looking at each other like, what is happening? So it's 4-on-3 for 38 seconds. Caudle wins this one in the corner, centers it, shot. Gus misses the net. Flyers working this one through center ice. Defense dropping back. Parker not letting them get a shot off. Caudle and Parker Allen smashing their guy against the board. And they finally blow the whistle. They're going to get roughing on Parker this time as he was slamming into the guy. I don't know that I've ever seen this many penalties called in a game this fast. This is just wild. Yeah, one of the dads just said, make it one-on-one. Yeah, let the goalies play each other. Oh man, this is embarrassing. Anyway, all right, Flyers win it. They take a shot. It's off the skates. Kohlmeyer digging in the corner here, ties his man up. Kohlmeyer comes away with it, skates behind the Bulls net, goes high up the board, stopped by the man at the blue line. Shot wide of the net. Flyers take a shot way over the net. Will Federley's going to get there. Will takes a hit. Manages to kick this one towards the blue line. Flyers send it across looking for the other D-man, and he was not there. Kohlmeyer in pursuit, going to put a forecheck on this one. Puck is still loose. Now the Flyers have it, exit the zone. Flyers rush past this one-on-one and puts it over the shelf or over the high stick side on Elijah. For whatever reason, Parker had come out of the box, but I think he thought that he got out with that score, and he should, but they're not letting him out.
No, they just, if they're starting at the center ice, then they counted it.
All right, here we go. Shot kicked aside by Elijah. It seems like they didn't count the goal for some reason. I don't really know what that was about. Blocked by Elijah. That was shot from way downtown. It was a bullet, too. Behind the net now. Remy Uptain trying to dig this one out. In the corner. Flyers get a stick on it. Back to Kohlmeyer. Kohlmeyer trying to battle a guy. And they're going to call slashing on number 7. This is wild. Who are these officials and who? I just, that wasn't a slash. I've watched a lot of hockey. Look, what?
Why was that not a goal? Like, I'm the goalie stop. That was a goal.
Yeah, I'm still confused as to why the second shot didn't count there.
Whatever.
Okay, it's still 1-1.
Go home.
12 seconds left on the PK for the Bulls. Flyers have a minute and a half. It's 4-on-4. If this keeps up, head coaches will get ejected at this point. Okay, they added the goal now. All right, so it is 2-0. Flyers win the face-off. They push up through center ice. They burn the defense, but Elijah gets wide and makes the save. Big Ben flips this one into the corner. Caleb Doro spins around. Caleb puts a stick on it. Caleb working this one up into center ice. Philip Graw in pursuit. Flyers send it right back down into Bulls territory. Kohlmeyer picks it up. He tries for the outlet pass, but nothing doing. Recovers his own. Sends it wide looking for Hooper. Hooper can't hang on to that pass, and Flyers recover. Picked up at the center and thrown back in for Caleb Doro. No Bulls in great pursuit there. This one's going to come back around to Kohlmeyer. Kohlmeyer gets shoved in the back. Hooper with the stick check, but Flyers steal it right back away. Gets back to Bencomo. He settles it down. Goes up for Philip Graw. Philip Graw trying to work it in. He's got Hooper with him. Oh, stick handle's just a little bit too much, and Flyers send this one around. It's in the corner. Caleb Doro steps up, but Flyers push right past him. Fans on the pass, though. That one connected. Flyers take a shot. Elijah bats it down, but it's still loose. Picked up by Big Ben. Big Ben working up through. Across the blue line. Big Ben in the zone now. Goes wide around a couple of guys. Tries for a centering pass, but nobody was home. Big Ben runs the guy down who intercepted his pass, and that gets over to Jude Cody. Defense gets jumped at the blue line, and here they go the Flyers. But Jack Hooper with the back check, disrupting that play. Big Ben over in the corner, ties a man up. Goes to war with another man and bats this one around, looking for Jude Cody. Shot from the blue line. Elijah snags that one. Nice save. All right, Shannon Caudill for the face-off. Flyers win it back to their defense. They take a centering pass or a shot, not one, but it's blocked by Parker Allen. Intercepted now by Shannon. Shannon with some space. Backhand pass across for Gus. Gus pulls up off of that one, and the Flyers chip it right back at the Bulls. Back to Remy Uptain. Remy circles, fires deep, trying to get an outlet pass there, but the Flyers pick it up in neutral ice. Loses his feet now. Gus to Reese. Reese fans on the pass. Nothing doing. Remy Uptain across for Shannon Caudill. Shannon goes past one. Shannon got a little bit of space here. That's offsides as Reese got just a little bit too much on Shannon there. Shannon again for the face-off. Flyers come away with this one. Remy blocks his guy off the puck, passes up for Reese, but can't connect with him. Gus steps up and almost picks that one. Flyers got to tag up. Here goes Gus. Can't hang on to this one, though. Reese Douglas jumps it, and that's going to be an offsides. Reese had two guys he was tied up with, and none of them could get loose, and the puck just kind of took a weird bounce. Gus touched it, but it went offsides. Shannon again. Flyers win back to their defense. Flyers cycle it back up. Parker chips it right back at him and into Flyer territory. Here goes Reese in pursuit, but Flyers right there. Ooh, there we go. That was Remy Uptain stepping up to make a play, but Flyers with a head full of steam coming out of the gate here. They're in the zone right at the slot. Take a shot wide of the net. Flyers have it behind the net, wrapping around. Elijah gets wide and kick saves that one. He also kicks it off of the net off its moorings, so we will have a stoppage. On the other side, there we go. Will Federley for the face-off. Flyers win. Back to the man at the blue line. That's offsides, and there we got a whistle. .257 left in the first period. Flyers up by 2. Will again for the face-off. He's got Sasha with him. Caleb Doro on the far side. Caleb Doro in pursuit of this one, but the Flyers defense gets there first. Sasha applying some pressure here on the near side boards, takes a shove. Sasha steps back into it though, and puck is still loose in Flyer territory, but can't get picked up by the Bulls. Here go the Flyers on the outlet pass. Flyers in the zone, working it towards the center. Shot from the high slot, and Elijah makes 1-2 saves and then pokes it away with his stick. Great effort there by E. Flyers, the Bulls are just pulling up off the puck. They don't want any. Shot kicked aside by Elijah. Back to the D-man. D-man skates it in tighter. Going for the wraparound. No. Setting up, and we have a whistle. Looks like the net came off its moorings again. It's like the third or fourth time that's happened today. Yeah, it's that side in particular is coming loose. Hooper for the face-off. He's got Hall and Cody with him. Back on defense, Parker and Remy. Jack tries to send this one to the wall for Jude, but can't get there. Flyers pick it up. Now it's over to Hall. Hall clears the zone. If he'll go, he's got some space. Hall gets there, tries for a backhanded pass, takes a huge hit. And how that wasn't an interference or a roughing call, I don't know, but we got another one. That was Jude in there trying to make something happen, but I think they're going to call Jude for the rough. Okay. I don't know that I've ever seen a 14U game with this many roughing calls, but here we are. Will for the faceoff. Flyers win it back to their defense. Shot batted down by Elijah. He traps it in his pads. Will wins this one, but picked up by Remy Uptain. Skates through. Remy's got some space. Remy going. Goes up the far side wall. Battles through one man. This one's coming towards the blue line. Parker Allen steps up. Can't make the play. They blow past him. It's a 3-on-1 here in the defensive zone. They take a shot. Elijah blocks that one, and it goes up in the air. Flyers recover. Wheel from the high slot. Parker trying to take some shots. This one's over the net. Recovered by a guy on the right on the wall. Reese Douglas laid a lick on him. Guy right in the high slot. Shot. Elijah gloves that one. .58 seconds left in the first period. Will again for the faceoff. Both still down a man. Flyers win this one, but Reese Douglas was right there in the way. Shot from the point. Elijah looks that one all the way in. Will thought he was passing that one out, but it's bouncing off a ton of skates. Shot from the point. Deflection, but didn't go in the net. Flyers back to their D-man. They go wide. Missed. Shot. Took a bounce off of Kohlmeier's stick, and the net is off again. They had a real bad problem with these net pegs on this one. Shannon for the faceoff. Flyers win this one, but Shannon putting some pressure on him. Kohlmeier on this near side puts a stick on it. Back to the D-man. They take a shot. Elijah sees that one. Rebound goes wide of the net, though. Flyers still in control here. This one's coming up looking for Gus. Gus can't get in there. Shot deflected wide by Elijah. Big Ben tries to just bat this one out because they need some breathing room. Nothing doing. Back in the corner here. Flyers recover, and that's going to do it for the first period. Flyers up 2-0. Be back in just a minute. All right, second period. All right, Jack Hooper for the face-off. He'll have Hall and Graw with him. Back on defense, we'll have Kohlmeyer and Bencomo. Flyers win this one, but Hall puts a stick on it. Flyers take it back into their defensive zone. Graw playing deep here. He's going to put some pressure on him, and I think he kind of faked the guy out like he was going to take a run at him. Big Ben stepped up and deep, trying to make a play. Now he gets back in his defensive position. Back to Big Ben. He bats it deeper, but the Flyers push it out and into the neutral zone. That one took a weird bounce off of Big Ben's skates and caused an offsides. Philip Graw steps up and makes a play here. He's in the zone. Philip takes a shot, but it's wide of the net. Big Ben puts a stick on this one, but the Flyers not letting them push back towards their territory. Flyers send it wide. Hall's going to get there. Hall settling it down, sends it out into neutral zone. Hooper was playing really deep. Graw jumps it there. He's in the zone. Plays it wide. Graw picked up by the Flyers. They're not going to let him have that one. Flyers on the rush now. It's just Big Ben back. He blocks the first shot, moving it back in tighter. Big Ben sends it out for Caleb Doro. Caleb Doro is going to chip it deep for Jack Hooper, but Hooper can't get there first. And Flyers swing wide. They're going to rush this one up the near side boards. Hooper takes a shot at the guy. Pinch right there because they cross the blue line, and it goes into the corner. This one goes towards the center, but not a whole lot happening there. This one's coming out, so the Flyers got to tag up. Flyers send it in deep. Big Ben's going to get there. Back towards the defenseman. He just chips it up the boards. Defenseman again. He takes a shot wide of the net. I think Kohlmeyer got a skate on that one. Shot. Big Ben puts a stick on it. Another shot. Elijah knocks it down and dives on it.
Good job, E.
Will for the faceoff. Flyers win it back to their D-man. It gets just a little bit behind them, and it's out in the neutral zone. Flyers have to retreat quickly as Sasha Dediu had a head full of steam and was after that one. Send it back behind the Bulls' net. Flyers are going to beat Parker there. Send it around. Remy Uptain puts a stick on it. Slows the play down just a little. Can't get it out, though. Will chasing in the near side corner. Takes a hit. Can't retain possession of the puck. Flyers have it behind the Bulls' net. Tried to center this one, but gets back to their D-man. Take a shot from way downtown. He made the first save, but nobody cleared the guy in front of him out. So that's 3 for the Flyers. Shannon Caudill for the face-off. We'll have Reese and Gus out there with him. Remy and Parker back on defense. Flyers win the face-off. Gus tied his man up there and looked like Bulls had an opportunity, but Flyers back off to the races. Flyers go for the backdoor pass, and he barely missed it. Bulls trying to work this one out of the zone, but can't get there. Guy working it into the slot, but defender puts a stick on it, and Reese can't hang on to that one. Here go the Flyers back at it. Remy Uptain stood his man up and used his body to screen the puck, and Shannon comes away with it after Remy took a beating down there. Shannon can't clear the zone. Back to Parker Allen. Parker behind the net. Forecheck from the Flyers, and Parker just dumps it backwards, and it's going to get to the D-man. Throws it back in the corner. Centering pass, shot way over the net. Reese Douglas going to work it up the ice. Reese goes by one. Reese pursued by a defenseman. They put a stick on it. Reese going to get there behind the net. Reese tried to make something happen. Out to Kohlmeyer. Shot wide of the net. Flyers come away with it. This one goes back to the Bulls defenseman. Kohlmeyer trying to move it in deeper. Kohlmeyer in tighter. Shovels it at the net. It's still loose, but flicked aside by one of the Flyers defensemen. And this one's going to go up and hit the netting, so we'll have an out of bounds. Line change for both teams. Jack, Jude, and Phillip coming out for the Bulls. Back on defense, we'll have Lucas and Lucas. Jack can't get a hold of that one. Flyers push past them. Flyers burn the defense, and it's a one-on-one with the goalie. Shot stopped by Elijah. They're going to get Lucas for a hook. Probably a good call there. Bulls go back on the penalty kill.
Come on, buddy.
Cody's going to take the face off. Flyers win this one back to their defenseman. Cycle the puck down deeper. Back up to the defenseman. Then take a shot from way downtown. Elijah blocks that one down. Bulls trying to clear it out, get some space here. Working it in tighter to the back door. Shot wide of the net. Jude on the far side pulls up off of it. Parker back in the corner hits a guy in the head with the puck. They backhand swat that one at Elijah, and he just dives on it to freeze. Will Federley. Flyers win this one. Take a shot from a bad angle off the side of the net, picked up by Parker. Parker skates it around. Parker flips this one up, but can't clear the zone. Flyers pick it right back up. Pass to the backside. They're right in tight, and Elijah dives on that one as he came out and challenged the man. I think the ref just pushed one of our kids, like shoved him like he's a grown man. I don't know how I feel about that. Flyers win it back to their defenseman. Shot from the point, blockered aside by Elijah. Back to the defense again. Shot from way downtown. Elijah bats it down and dives on it. – 24 seconds left in the penalty kill for the Bulls. Will again for the faceoff. Flyers win this one. Send it back to their defenseman at the point. He skates it in tighter. Shot. Glove down by Elijah. Will ties his man up. Flyers take a shot, but it's behind the net. Remy Uptain puts a stick on it. Elijah covers that one.
Good. I mean, it's all he can do. Let's clear it, Bulls.
– 11 seconds left on the PK. Back to the defenseman. He takes a shot. Blocked by Remy. Remy's going to skate this one up. Flips it deep for Reese. Reese has an opportunity. Shot and nets off. Reese got hooked, but they're not calling anything. Like, they called Kohlmeyer for the hook there, but not that one. And so our coaches are furious. But that's okay. That's how these games go. All right, Shannon Cottle for the face-off. Flyers win to their corner. Backhanded around. Flyers working it through the center. Pass wide. And Parker Allen cleaned a kid's clock down there, and that's definitely going to be a penalty. They got Parker for a rough.
Can we please get out of our zone?
Shannon for the face-off. Reese tried to clear around one. Flyers dust the puck off and send it right back at us. Working it around. Try for the center. That was Kohlmeyer, put a stick on it. Reese puts it in the neutral zone. Flyers got to tag up. Flyers in the zone to Kohlmeyer. He sends it up for Reese. Reese bats it and chases, but Reese doesn't have the jets to beat that kid. And 30 for the Flyers recover. They're going to send it out of the zone again. Flyers on the rush. Take a shot, but it's off of Bencomo's skates, and they're going to send it around. Flyers defense recovers at the wall. Tries for the center pass. Off of somebody's skates. This one to Big Ben, and he lobs that one out, and it takes a weird... How in the heck are they going to call that icing? And it died right at the red line. Earlier, they let that go. That's okay. Whatever. Will for the face-off. Flyers win back to their D-man at the point. Goes wide. Cycling the puck down low. Now back to the D-man. Sasha Dediu with some pressure, trying to make something happen. In comes Remy Uptain and puts a stick on it. Remy sends it around, but the Flyers get there first. Will trying to apply some pressure. Kohlmeyer deflects that one as they tried to center it. Now Kohlmeyer picks it up on the near side boards. Kohlmeyer skates it. Kohlmeyer goes around one. He's in the zone. Skates it in tight. Tries to fake the goalie out and tap it in on the near side of the post, but can't do it. Back to Will Federley. Will over to Remy. Remy keeping the puck up against the boards, trying to slow this thing down and let everybody get back into play. Remy comes around one, but the Flyers steal it. Flyers up through the center, and shot kicked aside by Elijah. Oops, sorry. Flyers behind the net, trying to work this one around. Flyers with a immediate shot, and everybody's saying it was in, it was in. The parents are screaming over there, but I think it did go in, and so they did not call it. This officiating is absolutely some of the worst I think I've ever seen at all. Caleb on the far side, that was definitely a goal. Shot Elijah flicks it aside with his blocker. Centered. Flyers go right through the crease, try to stuff it on the near side, and Elijah seals the pipe. They blew the play dead, but the puck wasn't frozen. Only thing I could think, okay, Elijah kicked the net off its mooring again.
It did happen to the other kids who think so. No,
3:31 left in the second period. Hooper for the faceoff. Flyers win it back to the guy at the point. Elijah sticks that one aside. Parker Allen's back in. He sends this one around. Goes right past the D-man. Jack Hall on the far side can't get there. Flyers send it right back at us. Bulls dropping back. They take a shot wide of the net. Picked up by Bencomo. He sends it around. Hall didn't see it or something, and Flyers just skated in. Flyers trying to center. Nothing doing. This one goes back to the defenseman. Flyers work it in tighter. Hall chips this one out for Hooper, who was playing super deep, but Jack just turned away. I'm not sure what happened there. Flyers send it down the ice. Bencomo skates this one forward. Bencomo into traffic. And shot from Shannon Cottle goes wide into the corner. At the blue line, picked up by Shannon. Shannon spins, fires across, trying to hook up with Jude. Jude to Gus. Gus takes one shot, takes two shots, but there's just so much traffic in the way. This one's coming out now down the near side wall. Bulls trying to work this one through center. Shannon gets tied up with Reese. Reese now has a chance. And a shot from Gus. That was in. But they're saying no goal because the net came off.
Well, now we're even. So.
So yeah, that was a no goal because the kid knocked the thing off the moorings. They need to fix that net badly. Cottle for the faceoff. This one back to the man at the point. That's Uptain. Uptain takes a shot, but right into the guts of a Flyer player. Remy gets back and bodies his man off. Shot from the blue line. Elijah covers that one. It's just really bad officiating. Flyers working into the Bulls' corner. This one takes a weird bounce off a guy's skates and kind of towards the slot there. Reese puts a stick on it and it chips back to Remy, but Remy can't get there. Now to Gus. Gus chips it backwards looking for Reese, but Reese can't keep his feet. Gus in pursuit. Gus and Reese. Reese lit the guy up there against the boards, but nothing doing. They're going to throw this one all the way down the ice and should be an icing. .102 left to play in the second. Will for the faceoff. Nice job there by Caleb to send it back to Kohlmeyer, but shot goes over the net. Flyers working it up through, back to Big Ben. He's going to fire it up the near side boards, and it's into Flyer territory, but that's an icing. Will again for the face-off.
Block.
Bulls win it, but send it right at the Flyer defender at the blue line. Bencomo sends it around looking for Sasha, but Sasha can't quite get there. Pins his man against the boards. Flyers still retain possession. Trying for that backside pass, and Elijah makes one block. Puck is in way too tight to the goal. Kohlmeyer flips this one up and deep. Sasha in pursuit. Back to Kohlmeyer. He fires this one out, and it's way down deep. I think it's going to be no icing. Will Federley in pursuit, but they go around him. Flyers. Elijah blocks that one at the last second, and we'll go into the third period down 3-0. So we'll be back in just a minute. All right, here we go. Third period. See if the Bulls can get anything going here.
Y'all look my favorite seat. Y'all cool.
They blew the whistle, so we got to get this moving. All right, here we go. Cody will take the face off. He'll have Hall and Graw with him. Back on defense, we'll have Uptain and Allen. Jude bats that one aside. Not much happening there. Flyers chip it into Bulls territory. Parker picks it up, sends it back up the boards, and Flyers go off sides. Puck is dropped. Gets back to the Flyers defenders. They circle and advance the puck forward. Shot on net, wide. Elijah just covers it as there was a Flyer right there skating at him. Probably a smart move.
That's off again.
All right, this one gets back to the blue line. They're going to chip it up high and into the corner. Parker Allen gets tied up with a man. Shot off of Elijah's chest, and he drops it and dives on it. Line change for the Flyers and the Bulls. Shannon will take the face off. Reese jumps this one out into the neutral zone. He tries to split the defense, and that ain't going to work. Reese tries to get back, but cannot.
So hard.
He stuck a foot out, but couldn't quite get there. Shannon again pushes it through the feet of the defender and over to Gus, but Gus can't get there. Flyers on the rush. Flyers split the defense, and it's one-on-one with the goalie again. They hooked him, but no call. That should have been a call. It definitely was a hook. Guy at the blue line moves it in tighter. Gus comes up to give a little pressure. Ben Como puts a skate on that one and keeps it from going where it needs to. I think that one hit the net. They're going to get a hook. That is the hook. All right. So that was the call. Yeah. They're going to get Hall for that one. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Kohlmeyer. Okay. Yeah. Good call. Good call. Bulls on a PK for a minute and a half. Will Federle. Flyers win it back to their defenseman. Cycling the puck down low. Big Ben puts a stick on it. This one sails out of the neutrals into the neutral zone. Flyers have to tag up. They do. In the zone again. Trying for that centering pass as they're working the puck in. Back to the defenseman. Defenseman settling it up. Tries for a slap shot, but Elijah sees it coming, puts a stick on it, and traps it with his glove. So we'll be facing off again. Minute, 2 seconds left on the penalty for Kohlmeyer. Caudle takes the face off. Flyers win this one, but Sasha jumped it, but stolen away immediately by the Flyers. Over to the man at the point, uncovered. They went for the deflection goal, and Elijah trying to cover that. Parker got tangled up with one of their wingers. Shannon again for the faceoff. Back to their defenseman. Flyers work it in tighter into the slot, and Ben Como chips that one out, and that's going to be an icing. .39 seconds left on the PK. Man at the point takes a shot. It's wide of the net. Ben Como gets in there, shovels this one back towards the blue line, but nothing doing. Trying to clear. Caudle goes up against the far side boards, and this one's out. Flyers have to tag. They're going to throw this one all the way down the... Oh, no, wait. There was a man at the blue line there. Flyers in. They take a shot really high, but Elijah just snags it out of the air and freezes that one. Shot from the point, trapped by Elijah. Back to the Flyers defenseman. Guy at the point taps it into the corner, and shot from the wall, and Elijah manages to bring that one down as he was getting swatted at by one of the Flyers. 1 second left on the PK. 10:25 left to play in this game. Parker gets this one. Passes it up for Shannon. Shannon to Kohlmeyer. Kohlmeyer has some space. Kohlmeyer in the zone now. Skates around one. Skates towards the center. Nobody was there to clean up the loose change. There's Parker Allen. Backhands it forward. And Sasha manages to get a stick on it, but takes a hit for his troubles. Still battling in the corner there. Here comes Kohlmeyer to help him out. Kohlmeyer throws the brakes on. Too much pressure. And Parker Allen manages to chip it over to Sasha, who bats it down and keeps it alive for the Bulls, but he overcorrects on his stick handling, and the Flyers steal. Parker chips this one back in deep from the blue line. Kohlmeyer still playing in deep. This one's coming out. Big Ben drops back. Cross ice pass goes behind the Flyer winger. He's still working it up the ice though. Puck is back to the defenseman. He winds up, fires, but it's super wide. Big Ben gets there first, shovels it towards the blue line, but the Flyers keep it in play. Flyers chop at it, but it's behind the net. Bulls. The net is off the moorings. They have to blow the whistle. There we go. Good grief. Like, the refs have clearly done nothing to correct this problem with the nets coming off, and they're just cool with it. 9:01 left to play. Jude will take the face-off. Flyers win that one. They take a shot from the point. Another shot blocked by Kohlmeyer, and he's going to send it up against the near side boards. In the corner now, Remy Uptain trying to work this one out, but can't do it. Flyers have it behind the Bulls' net. This one skirts all the way to the point. Elijah blocks that one up and over the net. Picked up by Cody. Cody gets sandwiched between two guys in the corner, and here goes Kohlmeyer. Kohlmeyer skates with it. And this one, I can't tell where the puck went. Here we go. Now they're in the zone. That should have been offsides, but no whistle. Okay. Puck is behind the net, picked up by Uptain. Uptain tries to send it around for Phillip. Phillip misses it, but Uptain picks up his own pass and chips this one out and way down the ice, pursued by Hall. Hall chases around the net. Flyers go to clear the zones. Kohlmeyer stepped up to make a play, but nothing doing. Cody put a stick on it to at least slow it down. Uptain back again on defense. Chips it around, but the Flyers get there first. Cody trying to make something happen, intercepted. Remy sends the puck wide, but the Flyers pick it up. Flyers send the puck in the corner and Bulls just watching it. So Remy behind the net. Remy skates wide, chips it up, looking for Phillip. Phillip can't catch up to that one though. Flyers defender just tips it and keeps it in on sides. That's offsides, and we will have a face-off. 7 minutes to play. Score still 3-0 Flyers. Shannon Cottle for the face-off. He'll have Reese and Gus with him. Flyers win this one. Flyers in the zone, split the defense. Three of them right there in Elijah's face, but the puck misses the net. Another shot, point blank, and 4-0. Flyers win the face-off and push into Bulls territory. In the corner now, behind the net, pursued by Bencomo. Bencomo can't get a handle on it. Cottle comes in, can't retain possession. Cottle again, he gets a stick on it, chips it up, looking for Reese. Reese with the stick lift. This one clears the zone. Flyers are going to get there first. Reese in pursuit. Puck is still loose. Cottle puts a stick on it into the corner. Flyers recover on the far side boards. Here they go. Net off the moorings again.
Oh my God.
Player of the game goes to that net that keeps coming off its moorings. Flyers win it back to their defenseman. D-to-D stretch pass. This one's going to wind up in the corner. Will and Parker kind of got in each other's way there, and now Will has it, chips it out for Caleb. Caleb Doro up through the center. Caleb skating it in, takes a shot, deflected by the goalie. The first shot we've had in a hot minute. This one bounces out of the zone and back to Kohlmeyer. Kohlmeyer tries to go around one, does, gets his own pass. Kohlmeyer up the far side boards, chips it in deeper, gets back to his defensive position. Oh, sorry, that's Big Ben. My bad.
One of the Lucases.
Shot deflected by the goalie. This one goes way downtown and cleared out by Remy. Nice job on the defensive end by Remy. Here goes Kohlmeyer on the far side. That hits him that time. Sasha Dediu with the forecheck. Back to Remy at the blue line. Remy can't keep it in, but he ties his man up so they don't bust loose on that one. Sorry, camera work is really bad tonight. Flyers go cross ice, stretch pass, and Remy runs into that one. Here goes Sasha. Sasha, backhand pass, drops it off for Will. Will takes a shot, kicked aside by the goalie. Not much on that one. Flyers with the breakout. Flyers on the rush. And that should be a penalty on the Bulls, but no call. Okay. Bulls kind of taking their time getting out of the zone here. Caleb tried to make a play there, but immediately intercepted by the Flyers. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left to play. Picked up by Kohlmeyer, back behind the net. He's skating it out. Goes by three guys. Lucas on the rush by himself. Spins, fires at the net. Not much to it. Cody trying to come in and make something happen. Flyers breaking out of the zone. Take a shot, and Elijah gloves that one. 3 minutes and 16 seconds left to play. Jude for the face-off. Flyers win this one. Tied up there by Big Ben, though, and this one gets back to Parker. Parker can't do much there. They try to center it, but it goes through the slot. Here we go. This is John Hall in the zone, pulls up as the guy goes for a knee block, tried for a pass across to Philip Graw, but couldn't hook up with him.
The clock's not running.
The clock hasn't run for the last minute. Philip Graw gets in there after Bencomo wrestles the guy down. They're going to call Bencomo for a hold after the massive hit back here that they did not call. So here we go. Clearly we've established what's going to happen here. What? He didn't hold anybody. When did he hold somebody? That's not a good call. So they called it on the Flyers number 9, but I saw no hold. I don't know. I'm flabbergasted at some of the calls in this game on both sides of the ice. Like, it's just wild. This is nothing I've ever seen. So Bulls on a power play for a minute and a half. The clock didn't run at all. Now it's running. Flyers clear this one out. Lucas tried to stand him up at the blue line, gets back to Parker. Parker to Will. Will back to Parker. Parker skates it up the far side boards to Reese at the center. Reese backhand pass to Shannon. Shannon fires a one-timer, but stopped by the Flyers goalie. Probably the one of the better plays we've seen all night. Will for the face-off. He's got Shannon and Reese with him. This one goes back to Bencomo. He rips one out, but it's deflected. Flyers recover. This one gets back to Parker. Parker holds it up, gets it to Reese. Reese runs into some traffic, though. Nothing doing. Flyers back on the rush. They go around one. They're in the zone. One-on-one. Elijah with the save. Two of the Flyers collide with each other, and the puck takes a weird bounce out and into Flyer territory. Reese Douglas was in pursuit, but couldn't come away with it. Flyers retained possession, kind of playing like they're on the power play here. Flyers in the zone, go to split the defense. Big Ben picks it up. He goes wide and up the, that was touched by a guy on the bench, and they didn't blow it dead. Caudle back to Kohlmeyer. Kohlmeyer up the near side board, skates it in tighter with the pass. He was looking for Reese right up the slot, but nothing doing. Remy Uptain slows this one down so they can't blow past everybody, and Will Federley comes away with this one. Will up the near side boards. Will tries to pass wide and didn't have enough on it. Flyers back into Bulls territory. It's off the side of the net and loose in front. Elijah gets wide and they can't connect with that one. Remy with the backhand to get that one out. Flyers pick it up though and don't let it exit the zone. Shot deflected by Elijah and covered. Flyers take a shot wide of the net. Picked up by Kohlmeyer. He sends it around. Nobody's there. They take a shot, and that's in. 5-0. 53 seconds left. SYTHL will take the face off. Wins that one back towards the defense. Defense slows it down, trying for an outlet pass, but the Flyers just take it away from him. Puck's behind the net, 39 seconds left. And we've got, I guess the net came off again because they're too busy to fix it. Shot from the guy at the blue line, deflected by the Bulls defenders, cleared out by Jude Cody. Chased now by John Hall. Flyers throw it all the way down the ice. That's an icing, but like it's 18 seconds left. Like just let it go, man. You let everything else go this game. Hall steals, tries for a backhand pass, shot or something, but it bounces off of a Flyer, and they get possession. Rushing out from their zone, blow past one defender. They take a shot, blocked by Elijah. And that's going to be the game. We'll catch you in the morning at 7:30 for the next one. Bye.